Hey, it's your girl Nay coming to you with another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. Hope this week has been great for you. Been a little rocky for me, but we're going to keep it pushing and make it do what it do. Joined here tonight with my friend, Robert Rashaun.
What's that?
Say hello to the people.
What's up, y'all? What's up, world? What's good?
All right. So, I got my friend on here because y'all always be talking about Nay. You be so negative when it comes to men. You always got something to say. You don't never celebrate them. So we're going to do a little spin on the typical male guest that I'll have on my show. And we're going to do exactly that. You said something before we went live about Father's Day is coming up.
Thanks.
So I definitely want to, we're going to keep it on a positive note as we get ready and prepare for Father's Day.
Yeah.
But before we get into all of that, go ahead and let people know who you are, anything you want them to know about you before we get started.
What's that? If you don't know me, I'm Robert Rashaun, you know what I'm saying? Just a average nigga from Soda, you feel me? Made a few decisions and put me in positions, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And trying to make progress, trying to grow, you feel me? Trying to explore new shit, you know what I'm saying? Try to build and be a better me, you feel me? So shit, make steps, you know what I'm saying? Just a step.
All of that right there.
Fact.
I'm here for it. So on the lines of that, let's go ahead and take our toast for the evening.
Okay,
What we toasted to tonight?
Black excellence. You know what I mean?
I'm here for that.
It ain't clean, man.
Oh, you didn't hear the noise. You need to hear the noise.
Yeah.
All right.
Got me in here on some Crown Apple.
I don't really do Crown Apple like that, but shout out to my old roomie, Chandra.
Okay
We
then.
used to Crown Apple it out. I don't really do dark liquor, but
Chandra, pardon you.
I could do that one. What the government? God,
Instagram name. That's an Instagram name. I fuck up.
that ain't her Instagram name. It don't got the whole name on there.
It don't.
No. It's crazy.
Look at it. All of a sudden,
That's
it's smart
crazy.
ass, some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you did right. You did right.
Oh my
Let's
God.
fuck up. Hey, Chandra. Hey, feel me? I can't.
It's crazy. All right. So boom. If I had to give tonight's conversation a title, I would call it As the World Turns. Why am I calling it that? Because we're going to talk about life. The ups and downs, the come-ups, the mistakes made, how to fix them, and moving forward. But before we get into that,
I like that shirt.
you like that?
That shirt look good.
You know,
Okay, yeah.
just a little bit. You know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
telling about the Puerto Rican look. She got me.
For those of you that know Tati V, y'all know what it is.
Okay then. Okay then.
So, excuse me, come again. For random questions you do not get to prepare for. Yes, I'm catching you off guard with these, but it's okay. It's a little icebreaker. Kind of loosen you up before we jump into the conversation.
All right, let's turn away.
Get comfortable. You good? All right. So, question number 1. Do men have that one woman that they can always circle back to? You know how women, it's always that one dude, whether they with them right now or not. If he call and she available, she probably gonna, slide over there.
Yeah.
Do men have that, or is it just a bunch of, or is it just always that one? Like no matter, y'all ain't never really fall out. So if at any time you can just kind of go back.
It is, but it's on, depending on how y'all left out. And some men may have more than others, some men may not, but it all depends on a lot of stuff gotta happen in that scenario for that to happen. But that is true though. You do got that one,
It's always that one. I don't care what people say. It's always that one.
You can say that. You can say that. Because I don't know. I know.
I don't want to get you in trouble. Are you single?
Huh?
Okay, never mind.
I'm unavailable.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
unavailable.
That's real.
I'm gonna say that.
Okay, well, I don't. We gonna leave
No, we
that.
good. We good.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Question number 2. What is your ideal first date? You want to meet a girl? You want to take her out and impress her? What y'all doing? Where y'all going? What's the vibe?
First date. Out on the timing. Say just something. It may be a little comedy club. It may be just a little something out of town.
Something out of
You
town.
gotta look like St. Pete or something.
Cause ain't nothing here.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a fair or something like I said, it gotta be something during that time. I just go there.
Okay.
You know, and you do whatever going. It may be an event, strawberry stuff.
So y'all going and doing something, not the typical dinner or.
Yeah, you can do that if you just get a number you want to talk to about it. That'll be it.
I'm be sure. That's what's up.
So,
I don't know if the No Cap tour is still going on. It was very funny.
No Cap. Okay.
Yeah, it was like DC Young Fly,
B
Simone.
like just hilarious and shit like that.
Yeah, it was a good time.
At improv, yeah, I heard about that. See, I'll be on type shit like that. I'll go to that. That shit like.
Yeah, it was. It was a good time. I ain't going no date. I want my homegirl, but it was. You know, I saw a lot of cute little couples in there, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually a really good date idea." I guess I never really thought about it because me, I be want to talk. So if you had a comedy show, I can't talk to you. But you know, that's a good vibe though. I like that. All right, question number 3. When's the last time you did something for the first time, and what was it?
The last time I did something for the first time.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I like to ask people that question because they don't never know. That means you not.
I went. I really can't.
Been a minute. So that means you need to do something that you've never done before soon.
Yeah, I definitely.
Gotta live life, man.
Yeah.
All right, and then question number 4. Oh, I didn't have a question number 4, but I'm gonna make one up. Question number 4.
Don't make that crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Okay. Question number 4. If you could build your dream woman based off of celebrities, who would she look like? Who would she act like? If it's not the same person.
Who would she act like?
Like mine would look like Michael B. Jordan, but act like Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. Okay.
He played Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
he was an amazing person.
Okay.
Pretty dope guy.
I'll say Tony Braxton.
She would look like Tony Braxton. Or
You gotta be Tony. Yeah, you gotta be Tony. Yeah, act like Tony Braxton.
Okay.
But shit, that's pretty much the same. I like Monica and Tony Braxton too.
So you'll put them two together?
Yeah.
That's actually a good combo.
Yeah,
They both cute. So either way you flip it, it'll work.
Yeah.
All right, boom. So there's that. So it wasn't so bad. All right. So boom. Yes. Now we can go ahead and get to the conversation. So as the world turns, we're going to talk about you. Because you're a black man. And I said we're going to celebrate black men on this show and just kind of talk about progression and why it's important to understand our black men.
Yeah.
So point number 1, straight out the gate. Where do you feel like your understanding of what it means to be a man came from? Like, tell me a little bit about life as a young black man growing up here.
Okay. Shit. Right, Florida, right out where we play football. Football is from growing up. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Football. It ain't basketball. I mean, some people play basketball, but football. You know, growing up from 5, 6. I moved here from South Carolina.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So South Carolina, I went from woods. I mean, real woods, like dirt road, walk around, shoes off type shit. Real shit. You get water
real country living.
You get water from wells. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, shout out to all my people in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I'll be that way this month. But when moving down here to football, I moved down here when I was 4. But growing up, like we be outside, everybody, that was all chicks did. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on Central and Coconut. I moved out here on 25th. So it's right there. A lot of everybody playing football, throwing them up, busting up, you know what I'm saying? Do that till you can't breathe, can't sleep no more.
Yeah.
I mean, till you go to sleep. Feel me? But, you know, going into middle school, high school, dating, getting clean. You know, some people started, you know, like sliding into the streets. I kind of stayed out of that. I was playing football. My mama, I was raised by a single mama. My mama, she was different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She held on to me tight. You feel me? So, like 12, 13, it was like she with me. You know what I'm saying? Until I was like 14, growing up. You feel me? So 14, you know, you at school now, you hanging out, you doing a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? You intervene, get into the streets. 15, see homeboys, they got brothers and uncles and all that in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So they in the streets already. You see that money, so you wanna do it, you know what I'm saying? You
so
get clean,
I'm gonna stop you in there to say, did you feel like as you became a man, the idea of what it meant was like to have money? Because you said you was raised by your mom. You have sisters, brothers?
I got one sister, one brother.
Okay.
But I ain't have no daddy, nothing like that, no daddy figure. But I watch, you feel me? I'm a type of nigga who watch. So I can peep something. But at the same time, I'm hard-headed. I got to go through it myself to feel that motherfucker, to really get an understanding, full-fledged understanding, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you see that, and you see, like, we ain't have that nicer shit, you know what I'm saying? So, It's like you won't want to do better. When you see other people doing better, your peers doing better. So that type of competitive nature gonna creep into you, you know what I'm saying? As a man, as a young boy, that bitch, your nuts start to drop. You want the finest female on your side, you know what I'm saying? You had everything going. You know? So it's like, it was that type of vibe. Playing football, you know what I'm saying? I kept getting injured and kicked, kicked out of school because I was missing classes and shit like that. But I went to review. Coach Art Larkin, we still to this day we talk about that. You know what I'm saying? He helped me graduate. Tried to get me in the military. That was my greatest like, what you call it when you regret something? That's the only thing I regret.
Mm-hmm.
I should
not going.
I should have went to the military when I was 18. I went to jail in Tampa at the state federal. The day I turned 18, went to jail for some bullshit. Some shit I ain't do, talking about some gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Gang sweep.
You never was involved in no gangs or nothing?
I knew niggas in gangs. Still to this day, I don't rock like that, me personally, because I done been through that type of action. But a lot of niggas ain't been through that type of fire, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but gangs and I ain't never been into it. You know, so it's just like, they just played that way. You know what I'm saying? So you in and out of jail and shit, when you 18, 19, 20, no license, flagging, doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? You just gonna slip fall behind on time. You feel me? You gonna fall behind on time.
So you said something pretty profound as you was just talking. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize how much of a stronghold football has on Floridians. Like that's literally every young boy's situation growing up in Florida.
That's why I salute a lot the niggas who be coaching and people down talking to them and all that. I salute them because y'all take the effort out there and be fathers that when niggas don't even be fathers.
Right.
You feel me?
Shout out to all the coaches.
Real shit. I ain't got time to do it, but I would do it. But I'm trying to work this job and feed my family.
Right. So for you growing up, so let's talk a little bit about the influences, because you said you see your peers kind of living a different lifestyle. You was kind of trying to stay on the straight and narrow. You had some positive male influences with like coaches and stuff. You were trying to figure out what this looked like for you. So do you feel like when you started to kind of get into trouble, it was more of a self-decision, or kind of started moving to hang with the wrong crowd, or like what did that look like?
What it is some positive influence and coaches and all that shit. That shit is temporarily at school, at the rec, at what's that? You gotta go home. So when you go home, you face reality. You heard me, real shit. Or you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I had a small family. I had a lot of brothers. So my sister, she older, so I see her, what she doing, her boyfriend and shit. I see, you know, my mama. That's it. My little brother, that's it. My little brother, he sit in the room, play the game. He was a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you feel me? Them positive influences go away. And you go to creeping out to the street. You know, staying out a little longer. Playing hot, throw them up, bust them up a little longer. I'm chilling a little longer. I'm watching a little longer. I'm outside with the phone. How that shit go? That's it. But you know what? You not just watching, you acting and I got kids. Look, I be watching little kids. I got a little niece at 13. I be watching her ass and not shout out. I be watching. I know you probably. I'm watching your ass. I be on your ass. I'm telling you, real shit.
No facts.
That's how I be. You know what I'm saying? Some kids a little older, a little more advanced, but they got a little more doors open than early.
These kids in general these days is a little more advanced than we were. We were a little more advanced than our parents were. Like every generation.
I go with it.
It's a little bit more. It's like, okay.
I go with that. Yeah. That real shit.
So for the most part for you then, figuring out what manhood looked like was trial and error.
For sure. He told me, man, don't do this, don't do that a million times. I still did. You can't tell me nothing. And then I always, like I said, I had no fault, so I always look at it like chip on the shoulder off top. I ain't got to do. You feel it? You ain't telling me what to do. I'm gonna figure it out. I tell my son what to do. That's why I clean to my son like that. Or I tell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell you what to do. You ain't telling me. Like that's my biggest thing right now is just. Well, I ain't say right now. I'm gonna say since I came home from prison, it's like I tell people I'm gonna control everything, my every move. I hate being in the cars with other people. I hate being just subject to somebody else. So they're telling me just, man, that shit hurt your nerve. You
feel like you that way because you went to prison?
For sure, that too. But the prison and the time that I went to prison, like the time, I'm a 32-year-old man. You feel me? But like it's that time. What time?
So let's stay right there for a little bit. Because one of the things I do want you to kind of talk about is what that looked like. Because then on the flip side, I want to talk about you coming home and making that shift and being in a different space. So if you don't mind me asking, like, what did you go to prison for and how long did you do?
I went to prison. I had two sets of charges. I first had a gun charge. I got jammed up with. While out on bond on that, I got caught with some cell charges under operations.
Okay.
So I had cell charges, gun charges, and that bitch flipped. He gave me 6. Okay, I went to court. I'm under operation, so I was the first to plea out because I had other open charges, the gun charge. So I ended up being in there 7 months total fighting the gun charge, and they told we made a deal where I won't have credit time served, and I do maximum time instead of 8 years. I do 67 months.
Okay.
Straight, no game time. You know what I'm saying? Because of the gun.
Right.
And that's my second gun charge, so that's why I did it. And my lawyer fucked me. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna forever scream too. Colleen Glenn, you know how you did me. You be flipping nigga. I don't care what nobody say. Shout out to my lawyer, Wendell Darville. He putting in work, young nigga. And I'm telling you.
I actually heard that Colleen Glenn was a good situation, no?
I take that back. I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it all the way on. See, the lawyers, they be working for different people. They may rock with you better. You know what I'm saying? They may work harder for you. They may feel like your purpose is worth more. You know what I'm saying? Your dollar worth more.
Right.
So they may work harder for this person, but they'll flip this person. She flipped me. You flip me for them racks. It's okay though. I end up.
So in total, because I don't feel like doing the math, 67 months. How long did you do?
It's 5 years plus 7 months.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's five little 5 and a half.
Okay.
I didn't have to take out.
No, it's fine. I wanted you to get to that, and
you
then I was going to ask you how long that was after you was done, but I wanted you to get it out. Okay, so 5 years. That's a lot can happen in 5 years. How old were you when you went in? Were you?
Went in 2.
You were so young.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the hardest part about being in prison?
Not knowing what's gonna happen, you gonna wake up. Niggas, you get to a certain camp when it's going down.
Yeah.
It gotta go down. It just got to. It ain't no other choice. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nowhere to run. It ain't nowhere to call. No, you can't call your people. None of that. No, it gotta go down. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just know that every day that it could go down.
Right. Do you feel like you was doing that time by yourself for the most part, or you have pretty good support out here?
I had a little chick ride with me the first 3 years.
Okay.
She fell off. My baby mama came on board. I was in the box down around that time too. She fell off like a year before I got out. I had like little, you know what I'm saying, people write me shit like that though. But I was in there doing my little thing, so like I really ain't need too many people. I call them, check on people, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
My dog, Ethan and Steve, Pee-wee, them boys wrote me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only nigga that wrote me. Sent me money, like just looked up to, you feel me? I had a cell phone for years and niggas, shithead, me and shithead talk every day. Child, motherfucking shithead. You know who you is. I ain't gonna call you real name. You know who you is.
Them nicknames be killing me.
I'm my dog. Real shit. I don't care what nobody says. I'm my dog.
Okay. Do you feel like having that outside influence or outside connection helped or made the time harder? I get mixed reviews on that.
You got certainly, it matter what type of nigga you live. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be like I said, I needed outside to make money. I was all about making money. Once I seen I can make $1 off cigarettes, $1 off cell phones and shit like that stuff, I'm like, that's it. That's the only thing I thought about. Feel me? So I learned my skill trade in prison and shit like that. I just put everything something positive. But at the same time, some niggas like that. They don't like outside influence. I don't want to be lost in the world. That's the hardest part. You getting lost in the world too well besides the other shit. You getting lost in the world. I used to have a phone and look on all my friends getting married and growing up and shit like that. And I'm sitting in worried about chicken salmon. Real shit.
Okay.
Real shit.
So I had another young guy on here to kind of talk about his situation when he was locked up, and he was saying the best advice he got in doing his time was not to get messed up with any gangs.
Yeah, they said that. It's 3 G's. It's gays, gangs, or gambling.
Gambling.
You stay away from that, you cheat.
And you said you was never involved with the gang stuff anyway.
3 things that I stopped out of that law.
Okay.
3 things. Gamble, games. Like I told y'all, I know, man, look. But I done seen nigga with their game, and then that's when at this camp they with this game, and that's when this camp with this game. So it's like, come on, bro. Because a lot of niggas from our era ain't born into it. They don't really take it as serious as some people do. Some people do though. But it's just like, I'm not finna be calling you my brother, I don't know you. It was, for me, it was home team. Like, every nigga who with me up the road, they know, like, home team, they tell you, hey, Sarasota, you wanna go? Keep going. I'm slide for you. I'm faster than them talking about a game. I ain't sliding you, nigga. Make shout out to my nigga Shakespeare too. Shakespeare, the Pell Metal, Wayne Yates, RP. You know, we sleep. They remember FSP, that all that. They remember that. Shout out to what that boy name is, Tony Charles. We was at motherfucking Hamilton on the pull-up ball rocking out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Little Money, Little Crab. My boy Onion, he was home. After that shit happened, you know. Real shit. What the question was?
We was just rapping.
I don't know. But no, shout out to my niggas, they know. Hey, when we was up that road, what it was like, hey, you stay away from that shit. That what it was. Gays.
Oh yeah.
Gays. Man, look, FSP, you don't even, it ain't no gays. Hamilton, it was Swanee, it was a lot of them counts they ran by gays, so you gotta move differently. Because you can't be put in certain positions around motherfuckers at all. Them bitches at the water fountain, you go to the other way. You feel me? That's how you gotta walk straight, walk the narrow line. So you don't be put in no type of situation. I was in Tallahassee work release, Tallahassee flooded. Disgusting. X. Couple niggas was there with me.
So, do you feel
shout
like
out to my bad real quick. Shout out to what that girl name is. Sergeant Cooper at Tallahassee. She knows what we're talking about. If she sees
not you telling people names. I hope it wasn't nothing bad.
Sergeant Cooper, she chick. She cool chick. She know what I'm talking about. That's her alias.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Real shit.
So you got in, did your part, came home. When did the mindset kind of shift? Like, apparently there was some, mistakes made in adolescence, early adulthood that landed you in that situation. So do you feel like your mind shifted into progression while you were incarcerated, or did it kind of take hold once you came home?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Transition, it kind of worked itself that way. I picked up a trade. So like, going to prison, I was like, I got to pick up a trade, something like that. So when I get out, I can be able to get a foundation point. You know what I'm saying? Like a little sand point. Like some ground beneath my feet. You know what I'm saying? Your 3 bells since you need and shit. So I did that. Then rolling it into work release. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say Sergeant Cooper. She helped me with that. She was a sergeant, a young chick, but she was up in rank, who made sure black men like us didn't get the unfair shake. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said that. She was straight though, she went to fam and shit like that, but she helped me nigga out. Yeah, I fuck with fam. I was right there on. I used to go to fam, act like I'm a student. I'm a work release. You know? Real shit. And look, man, I tell you, Spring Hill, you feel me?
There was a lot of people that used to be on fam campus acting like they went to fam. Out here trapping these young, innocent schoolgirls that don't know no better.
I'm talking about hey, I got out there like he was man.
That's crazy.
Like he what? Get out there, you go looking around crazy. Damn. All type of signs. Dark, short, yeah. And they be adding it because they know nigga for fresh out of prison, they see that glow. It's a different type of glow. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question then. Because you said your baby mama came in the picture before you came home. Were y'all together?
Nah, she fell off.
Oh, okay.
She tried to come back home. A lot of y'all kind of came back home without that work release. They know what they been doing. Got a little money, saved up. So, you know, that was, but I kind of like, when I got out, like, I ain't gonna lie. We got my son.
Oh, so she got pregnant outside of prison. Because I heard they be in there making babies in prison.
For sure.
So your son was conceived before?
No, my son was right out.
Oh, okay.
Like, the week after I got out. A couple weeks, 2 weeks to be exact. After I got out.
All right.
I'm still looking. I had prison eyes.
What is that? What is prison eyes? Just looking, everything different, huh? Seeing some shit you ain't seen before. That's terrible.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I can understand that.
That's reality.
Thanks.
Shout out to my big mom. You good mom with my son.
That's what's up. So the transition started a little bit before you came home, and then kind of really took hold. So for you, when you came home, like, what was the mindset? Because you said you picked up a trade while you were in prison.
Yeah.
And then so when you came home, did you move into that, or you kind of looked for something different?
At work release, I had somebody cool. She got me hired in with the city. My sister was with the city, and they do like this little program where basically like you walk buses as like a work spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into that. Then they found out I had like my skilled trades and shit like that. So I had forklift license, like Class B, CDL. They helped me got that. I had my wastewater treatment license, my drinking water license.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of, once I worked for the city and I seen that, I was like, okay, I can do this on the street. And then I worked all them goddamn months for them white people, clear people. I worked all that months for y'all for 2 sandwiches and 2 cookies. So I know damn well I can come out here and work for some money. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to work enough for sure. They going to put your ass through there. And them dishes with the moccasins.
Oh, no.
You hear me? So I just rather see somebody get their leg broke off by a moccasin. That's it.
Talking about the snakes?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Hit you, break your leg. Yeah, shit. So it's like, but you feel me? So it's like, I can work out here in the state and to keep me, you know what I'm saying, level.
Right.
Feel me? Y'all going through some ups and downs, and you may go through it a little piece, but you're gonna be kind of sustain some type of leverage and stability. That's what I was looking for.
What was your biggest fears about coming home, like, or were you scared? Like,
yeah, no, I'm ready. Happy as hell. I'm ready.
Okay.
I remember I got out to a cab, but I had an apartment in Berkeley. When I got to Berkeley, I had decided to start the Cooper. She helped me get an apartment. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I had an apartment, so I just went straight to my apartment, laid down, like, damn, I'm out of there. I got on the bus, came down here. Happy as hell. My mama met me there, had a rental for me. My mama. Shout out my mama. I love my mama.
Shout out to mama.
Yeah, she ain't. Well, my mama do some things. She made that happen. Had a rental car. I ain't even expect that. No, that helped. That made me feel good. I ain't had nothing else. That was the only thing I had, but that's all I needed. I told her I need transportation. I need to move. I go to moving. You know, you can shift to these different cities that you done did shit in and met people in. You know what I'm saying? Because in there I met a lot of niggas. Gainesville, Polk County, Orlando, Miami, Tampa. You feel me? So get out there, you just networking and shit on a different pace and a different level now. You know, like different.
Oh, what's up? So you weren't concerned at all then about coming home and being back in your old environment?
That was a concern for me, but it's just like I'm more mature now. It's different.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was still on the same street I went to prison. I'm at literally I vibe and chill the same spot I went to prison in. Anybody who see me, they see me sitting there, I be in the same spot. But I ain't doing the same thing.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Make a big difference.
I used to be sitting there chopping stones up. Now I'm sitting there taking work boots off, drinking a beer, watching my son run around. It's a whole different story, you know what I'm saying? A whole different maturity to it. I'm on a different pace in life. Yeah.
So becoming a dad, what was that like? Because you talked a lot about just growing up, not having that. So
greatest feeling in the world.
That's what's up.
Greatest feeling in the world.
He's so cute. Shout out to your son.
That's my
He's so cute.
Hey, if y'all know my son, he just love it, bro. That's solid. Man, my little son, dog. Hey, that's my son, bro.
Oh.
Real shit.
Okay. So you was excited about becoming a dad.
Yeah. I think that's you become the best father, you become the best man.
I like that.
You feel?
Are you concerned at all? Because now he's grown up where you grew up at. Are you concerned at all about just like what those influences will look like for him?
He's gonna be me swift. He's gonna be 2 times me swift than the mother. Cause he got me. I'm teaching him. I'm guiding him. I know what's what. You feel me? I know what's what. If he was like in the same environment, go through the same thing, he got me to be there for him. And I'm be there for him if he went through the same thing. I'm not no concern. I'm just be there for him. God.
That's what's up. Okay, so now here we are. You said you're 32 years young at this point. You had a very,
90s
involved life. Let's talk a little bit about where you're at now as a Black man and living life. So a father, working, entrepreneur. You know what? Pause before we get into entrepreneurship, because I want to give you your roses, because a lot of people will ask me about, my Ass Told by Name podcast, and I always tell the story about how my mentor kind of put the idea in my head that I could do this, and off the strength of that, I started to set my shit up on Facebook and just go live and talk or whatever. But I didn't really see it, RIP Dr. Jones. I just wanted to do it because then she passed away. And so my mindset was like, let me get this going because she thought it would be a good idea. And it was actually you that then came and was like, well, what direction you trying? I never thought about that until you asked me. What direction are you trying to take this in? Could you see yourself doing something more with it? And as I pondered on it, you was the end way to me getting on the radio and like pushing me to believe like, okay, I can actually do something with this. So hats off to you. I really appreciate the encouragement, because here we are 3 years later, still evolving and growing, and you know what I'm saying? And all off the strength of me not even thinking nobody really was paying attention, and you saying, I think you can do something with this. And here we are.
You got a nice voice and understanding. Like, it's like you want to watch you. You know what I'm saying? So when I was scrolling, I said, God damn, what the fuck? Okay, boom. So I'm watching. And then I'm like, damn, that shit could be big. And then at the time, I was, doing the radio station thing. Shout out to church, Big Dog, WRBA, them boy.
Thanks.
They gave me an opportunity to try to make a play on some money, you know what I'm saying? And just started eating my pockets up too much. And I seen that you could be a plus to us. And it's the whole direction that we was in. We was in trying to show Black excellence, Black power, Black leadership, Black growth, Black development, Black everything, you feel me? Because you don't see that, you know what I'm saying? Especially in this area, go to Atlanta, they got this shit town.
Right.
You know, bigger
Facts.
cities. So it's like you from a smaller city, you just gotta like try to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Some type of way. Try to build the market up, a buzz up for yourself. So them boys did that, and they still running strong just like you. I salute y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because then the race and then during the race is long, it's hard. It wear on you. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm say me. You heard me? Because sometimes I don't be wanting to deal with nothing or nobody. You know what I'm saying? I be late to shit. I was almost late to this. You know what I'm saying? That's why they talk about this rapping shit. I told them.
We going there. We definitely going there.
On the motherfucking show. Tired. Both out of work. 2 16-hour shifts.
Back to back. I'm gonna work another 16-hour shift. You talking about that work money, man? That shit add up different. And then you add that credit behind it.
So entrepreneurship, are you still like doing your thing on the side, or are you just working at this point?
Right now, I'm that, and I'm building like a workshop right now on the side. That's just really for personal usage, but I'm gonna turn it into a business once I got my situation going on. I got a few cases that I'm gonna handle that I need to handle, so they'll tell me my future, my destiny right now. So once those get handled and I know my direction, I can put more money in help. I just work overtime, OT, saving my money, penny pension like a motherfucker. That's all, you know what I'm saying?
So I literally have been trying to get you on the show for a minute, right? And you'll always tell me, no, I'm shy. I don't want to talk. I'm really behind the scenes. Right. But I've been kind of watching you a little bit and seeing, I see you. And you're more present on social media now. You rapping. Like, where did this shift come? When I asked you to come on the show, you like, bet, let's do it. Oh, finally?
Quit.
Like, where did the shift come? Where did this whole music thing come from? Like, where are we going with that?
Man, look, okay. I was at a studio, my dog studio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to James and them boys. Feel me? Plugged in studios. Them boys. Now they know what it is. But I go over there, you know, vibing, chilling, you know, make 1-2s, you feel me? So it's like, them boys had some shit going on in there, so it's like, damn, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just try it. Just go ahead and try something new. And then heard the song, the beat playing, I ended up going there doing it, and I liked it. So it's like, damn, my dog was telling me, like, I said, damn, okay. I just left it alone, but they ended up passing a few people, and they heard it, they tell me. Okay then, you feel me? So like, Dez hit me. Shout out Dez Rex. Ooh, that nigga got a song so hard. Shout, but that nigga, hey, he finna. Dez next to blow.
I need to get him
That's some
on.
nigga finna blow from my city. I'm telling you. I promise to God, I see it already.
It's a lot of talent in Sarasota.
What?
It's a lot of talent in Sarasota.
Man, I'm telling you, Lex. Shout out to Lex. That nigga Lex, the bad guy. That nigga, he go hard too. He finna blow. A lot of niggas, dog. My slab, I'm telling you what. But the rap shit, so he hit me, he was like, okay, boom, I'm finna put a verse on there and do it. He said he got a little chick, shoot a video. I said, call it, I bet, whatever. And we did this shit. And then see where it was, you know what I'm saying? It was. I liked it. I liked the outcome of it. I was happy with it.
So it was just kind of like, I'm just trying this.
Yeah, it started rolling like a snowball effect. You can't try, because actually, hey, Dez to tell you, Dez like, he called me, we finna shoot the video, the chick on the way from Temple. So I'm like, bro, I'm fresh off of work, I ain't got nothing to wear. I tell him I ain't got nothing to wear, you heard? He said, come on, brother. I said, we done paid already. I'm about to say, fuck the money. I smoke one, go to sleep on that, you heard? But, so, real shit, that's what happened, for real. Dez Dez, he turned around and he said me to come up there. So the way the video is, that's actually what happened in real life. I really was got the car, talked to him, and I went in the store and put on the black tea and went there. We smoked and chilled, and that's it. So I said, okay, then I can do that. You heard me?
That's the video.
You know what I'm saying? And I liked it. And she chopped it up good, and I said, okay, I can do that.
And the verse was hot.
Yeah. Like,
I liked it. I liked the whole vibe.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay.
Fuck you up, man.
A little bit.
Keep you on smell good.
Okay.
Keep you on some smell good. But yo, that line there. When I pass, it's looking real. I be trying though.
That's what's up though. And I think because it shocked me.
Right.
Because we had these conversations. I'm like, got a video, you rapping and shit. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That was up though. So do you see that actually like
It could,
you know?
if that bread come. Got that bread, but right now it ain't. So I gotta go to work. Yeah, that's facts. I ain't
So you working right now.
Oh man. I'm talking about 100 hours a week. I said a week.
So what does time for you look like? Because you also a dad and like, you know.
I want custody with the court, so I gotta set the time schedule. So that just happened, so I'm starting to build my schedule around him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I got him.
That's a real parent right there.
Real shit. I tell my dad all the time, I will quit this shit when you stop playing with me. You heard me? By my son.
I feel you. That's a real parent for
By
you.
my seed, so you got to. You know what I mean? My mama did plenty of jobs for me when I was sick. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I work, and that's when I have him. He with me. That's my dog. When I tell you that's my dog, he would usually be with me.
I be seeing y'all.
Hey, see like shit when it's home. We do it, man. He be with me, and he hangs. That radio interview I did with Church and them boys, shout out to them boys, man. Oh yeah, I shout y'all out. I can't shout y'all out twice. It makes me feel special, man. But my dog, he was there the whole time. Bro was there the whole time. He was always there.
So your life right now really just look like working and being a dad, you know? Like
That's it.
okay.
That's it. That's why I say undeveloped. You feel me? Because it's like my life so right now. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm safe and everything. I'm like I said, I'm fighting cases, so I can't really move too much. I can't do too much, and it's an ugly case. You know, one of them cases that you don't want on.
Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, gotta stay 10 toes down so that get over that hump. Once you get over that hump, now I'm gonna put music and I start doing something. Like I said, my boy Dez got a song with Tom G. Ooh, that video. Man, y'all make sure y'all come to that video.
Okay then.
That video shoot gonna be.
I'm trying to be in the video.
You definitely is. You is gonna be in the video. Yes. I'm telling you, hey, we already got this book. As told by Nate.
No. Y'all know me.
So you definitely know.
That's what's up though. That's what's up. So in this space, then you still kind of dealing with past mistakes and getting to a space where, you know, that's no longer.
Nah, it ain't. It's just not, like I said, maturing is a different step. It's about to think of my, keep thinking of my DICK. Everybody think about dip now. I made mistakes with that. It put me in a bad position to be in a situation that I'm at right now. Put my son in jeopardy. So it's maturing and understanding that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta stay 10 toes down and really feel the lesson.
I feel okay. That's what's up. So what I'm understanding then is, you know, life taught you some lessons growing up, and now you've kind of come into a space where you can own it and embrace it and move forward. There's a lot of progression that has happened. Are you happy with life right now?
You're right.
I think that's my house.
Oh. And Wi-Fi jumping in a bit. Coming over here. If y'all see me on the most shows, you just know, you heard me. Hold up.
That back up. No, but look. What you said?
Are you happy? It's like good, like.
I was good. And I'm down, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. I remember the time, you gotta appreciate the time now. It's like, I remember I tell people this story when I was in Tallahassee, when I first got out my first week, right? I had no car. I'm going back for the DMV, job and shit. I worked at a fish market, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working at a fish market and shit. But I get on the bus and smell like, I'm talking about fish every day. You feel me? So I get on the bus and everybody look at me. Everybody know Tallahassee bus. You know Tallahassee bus station, a bus stop. Man, listen, it ain't your average bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So, Stop Metro, shout out to Stop Metro.
Tallahassee, for those that don't know, it's a college town.
Right.
And most people there don't got transportation.
For sure.
So the buses be swinging. The bus is like,
and more,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy and be like, oh, move up front and all that. I used to just smile and laugh. I say, the better day you gonna come. I know it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get the bus off. Well, get me a car. Get on my shit. Get shit moving. So it's like, I remember them downtown. I appreciate them downtown. Now I come to the church. Experience. You know them downtown they gonna last forever.
Right.
You just withstand them motherfuckers so you can. And when you out the motherfuckers, you look back. So I'm gonna say this. I'm happy, but it can be better.
More growth to be. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I feel like we always can be progressing.
Right.
Can always be in a situation to better our situation.
Right.
Okay. So for you, kind of to keep on the.
How long we been talking?
53 minutes.
This a long time.
It is. Wasn't so bad though, right?
Yeah,
we almost done.
Talk this goddamn long. You like that nigga don't never talk that long.
I'm still surprised that he said yes. When you called me earlier, I thought you was going to tell me what was coming.
I kind of figured that.
When you talking about, you busy, I'm like,
I kind of figured that.
This man gonna say he don't want to do it. He can't do it.
No, I made sure I said I was.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I like your platform. I think your platform could be so much. Got so much growth and potential. You know what I'm saying?
That is the goal.
Yeah, I can see it though.
Definitely.
Real shit. Sometimes you gotta see. Certain people can see like certain people's directions, and you know what I'm saying, and believe in it, and it's understanding. It makes sense to them. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Okay. So, with who you are now, do you feel like you keep similar company? Like, because kind of wanted to stay on the topic of celebrating our Black men and understanding why that's important. Like, the homeboys that you have these days, do you feel like, they're good fathers? They
I tell people all the time, especially when I speak to certain Black women who feel like niggas ain't this and niggas ain't that. You feel me? Man, listen, every single one of my dogs is great fathers. Not good fathers. You heard I said great. Every single one of them. I'm talking about, so I don't see what you're talking about. I'm talking to who did it? Be like, this ain't. You heard me? Real shit. So it's like, man, I'm telling you, shout out my dog Steve, my dog Dick, Den, my Pee Wee, motherfucking Dre, motherfucking Dopey, motherfucking PJ just came home. My boy, you see him at graduation, fresh home. Yeah, I'm there.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, it's a shithead, Bob, the daddies, fathers, real men, real shit, leading with action. So I don't see. Y'all may have y'all differences because he ain't fucking with you, and I can cuss on him.
You been cussing?
Okay, yeah, it's last minute. I'm not cussing him.
You good?
You talking about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all might be having y'all issues or whatever, similar to my baby mom. She have an issue with
who I deal with, all the other shit. But when it comes down,
Irrelevant stuff.
when the real shit, when you talk about that insurance on my son, when you feel me? When he get in trouble, who name that say? You feel me? If he needs some shoes, who you call? Who coming through? It don't matter what it is. My son don't even gotta ask for nothing. It's there. You feel me? Same way with them daddies I'm telling you about. So it's like, yo, all my dogs like that.
That's what's up.
Oh my
and
God.
you know, it is some really great guys
my
out
dog
there.
Ethan, my bad, I'm sorry. Ethan, he having a baby. My boy having a baby. Hey, I know you probably ain't want to hear about it.
Shout out to him. Congratulations. But yeah, I think when people look at, because I be talking shit about y'all dudes on this show too. But I think
see that. I be peeping. I ain't gonna say nothing though.
I think it's because just like there's a lot of great men out there, there are a lot of shitty men out there. And they in rotation because you have the good men that are like unavailable, either emotionally or time-wise or whatever. They working, they doing this, they doing that, they trying to do what they need to do for their kids, or they in prison getting their life together, and then they ain't out here yet. So now you got the shitty people that's making a bad name for all the men.
They probably ain't shitty.
They ain't grown up yet.
No, it's just that person for you. Or that person that's looking at them like they shitty. They just ain't that person. It might be good for somebody else.
That's real too.
You feel me? Real
Sometimes
shit.
you just run across the wrong people.
You do. I done ran across some. Real shit. You do, but hey, that's to me. Because of
They could be better for
they going against what I believe and feel is right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's your direction. Okay, you go that way. I'm gonna go this way. Real shit.
I feel you. So I'm going to try not to say that so much.
What?
That these men ain't shit.
Yeah, please. I did this for all the men. I came on and set the world straight.
There are some great men out there, and we definitely want to make sure that we're celebrating them. And again, Father's Day is coming up, so if you're a daddy out here and you're doing what you need to do for your kids, shout out to you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the men don't get enough recognition because it's a lot of them that's not good people. And it shines a bad light on the ones that are. So I want to say
it's vice versa though for men out here. It's
facts.
Women that just ain't right. You heard? You just really fucked up. That's why people are like, hey, like Kevin Samuels, real shit. That's why they don't Kevin Samuels and all that. Some of I ain't say everything. Some of that shit will be right. But he think my buddy, he be on bitches too. If you ain't gonna beat, you can't ask for this type of shit. So if I ain't handling business, I can't ask for a woman that ain't handling business. But if I'm handling business, then that's why I need a woman who handles business. You heard?
I feel you.
That made too much sense though.
No, I think that's what everybody be looking for ultimately.
What?
The ones that's handling business, they're looking for somebody else that's handling business, but then they get with somebody that's not. And now we got another problem.
Yeah.
And it go both ways. Because I was telling my homegirl, they have a lot of homeboys, and I hear this same dialogue from them. Like, these chicks is not what it is. Like, I'm running into the wrong people.
But it be the same thing. It be like we go to the wrong place looking for the wrong type of. I know
that's
damn,
real.
It be like, you know, in your head, you like, I know damn well, but okay. You know what I'm saying? You know damn well. Real shit.
Cause y'all be looking at the packaging. And y'all be looking at the wrong venue, like you said. Y'all be in the wrong place, looking for the wrong thing.
I don't even be on. If you see, I don't be on Facebook like that at all. Period. I had to keep this. I need my life.
Not. How are y'all defining good men and good women? A good man is a man. First of all, that's a man, because it's a lot of
let me hear it.
Men out here.
Let me explain it up. Hey, how long we can keep going on?
Yeah, this my shit. But when I look at what makes a good man? Somebody that is a man for first and foremost, because it's a lot of male species that are not men.
Okay, I'm listening.
But having something going for themselves, moral and values, an understanding of loyalty, communication, commitment, just being an adult. Like, there's a lot of things that go into being a good person, having some work ethic about yourself, having an understanding of what you want and not being afraid to do that, being honest. Because there are some men that ain't about nothing, but they tell you that, and I can respect that because they just not in a space to be what you want or what you going for, and they say that. So to me, that's a man, somebody that handles their responsibilities, understands what they want, has morals and values and work ethic about themselves, and has an understanding of what it means to be a man. That's why I asked you when you first came, like, what does that look like? Because a lot of people have no idea, no clue.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, though.
You know what I'm saying?
You did right. That makes sense. What?
I ain't asking for too much.
You right. That makes sense. That ain't really. You feel, that sounds like pretty much every man got that look.
No.
It just probably correlate with what you got.
No hell.
Real
These
shit.
lying ass ain't got shit going on. Want somebody to take care of. This is what the mindset is with a lot.
Take care of you.
We gonna take care of each other. That's how that's supposed to be. I feel like a lot of guys get into situations with women that they know got things going because they want a sugar mama. They want somebody they go sit at home and let the woman take care of them. I feel like that's just so not.
No, I mean, like I said, I don't understand it because I don't see that as a man.
And that's what's up, because the people around you be on some other stuff. That's what's up.
They be handling their business, and then I be handling my business, so I can't watch what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So real shit. So it's like I get what you're saying. That's understandable.
So what makes a good woman?
Hey.
See, and then that's
what make a good woman is, and you gotta like I said, for me, every person is different. You know what I'm saying? For me, a good woman is understanding, first of all, that we two individuals, meaning we got lives. So you gotta respect that person in their life. You know what I'm saying? So just be understanding. You feel what I'm saying? When you going through something, or I'm going through something, you gotta be open-minded about that. A lot of women be so set on, okay, what they got going on, they disregard what you got going on as a man. So a good woman is understanding. A good woman is clean. Clean. Good woman is clean. Good woman can teach you something. Is a teacher, a nurturer. You know, I think a good partnership. Good partner, really.
Okay.
It gotta be a good partner.
For sure.
You know, for me, she gotta be strong. She gotta be strong. I like a different type of woman. I like a woman who self-confidence is know who she is. You know what I'm saying?
Very important. I can agree with that.
I don't care what they don't care what nobody else say. They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really like a level minded. For my woman to lead my kids, I feel like I want to be strong minded. If I ain't here.
Facts.
So
that's what's up.
If you can't hold down the fort, that's a turn.
So does she have to already have kids? Do you not date women that don't have children?
No. I mean, I don't see me out. I'm a father naturally. So if she got kids, that's okay with me. If she don't, that's okay with me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just speaking to that because you said she has to be able to lead your kids. So like, a lot of men be like, oh, I don't know how she is as a mom because she ain't got no kids. Which I think is stupid. But
you can see that nurturing side of a woman. If I sit down and see how you get, you know what I'm saying? Hospitality, you know what I'm saying? You can see it.
That's real.
A man gonna feel it when you survive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some women just ain't got it.
Facts.
And maybe certain niggas don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Certain niggas, I may not care about. The next nigga may not care about you being there.
Right.
But you understand he's a woman. Real shit. A lot of niggas like that. It all depends.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's all these things we wanted.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This pussy overwhelm a lot of shit. That's up here. That's some good. I'm talking about I put up with a lot of shit. I will. I'm gonna keep it G. You know what I'm saying?
It's terrible.
It be like that.
It's sad. For me, I don't like that a lot of males say I'm a great father and they feel that sums up being a good man, but they are awful to their partners and those around them. Facts. I've met a couple of guys that are great fathers and then they get into...
Well, leave them people alone. How you do? You go the other way. It's all right. How easy that is?
No.
Leave them alone. That's all.
When you like somebody and you be done went into a situation expecting one thing and then their true colors come out.
Their true colors?
Like you just said, you put up with a lot of stuff based off of one situation.
See, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of women ain't logical. They want like
I've heard this too many times. Go ahead, talk your shit.
And like you make adjustments going through life. I'm not finna sit on life and put, you know what I'm saying, put on cruise control and just go with the flow. No. Like something, man, I need control. So I'm gonna make adjustments. If something ain't working, it ain't working. So you call it showing true colors, it ain't working. That's how I look at it.
So you've been dealing with a chick for 3 years. And you
that's a long ass time.
You feel it?
I ain't been in no type of relationship that long.
Oh. Well, that's good.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm lying. The chick, okay. I'm lying. Look, my little ex-chick went from Palm Beach that went when I went to prison. She stayed with me.
I was just about to say, you said she did.
Yeah, she wrote, and we was together like in 2 years, 5 weeks.
Oh, well. Yeah,
she
that's
nice. Straight up. She did.
You don't think it was a lot of pressure on her with you being gone?
No.
Why not?
I ain't that type of nigga who put down that type of pressure. I'm not on the blue phone talking about, call who over there and put money on the phone and put money on canteen. I ain't doing that.
What you did?
I relieved pressure. I sent her in the home. I had a cell phone bill just so she didn't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
I paid for visitation. When she came,
and her.
Yeah, when she came, I tell her, look, listen, if she can verify this, you feel me? I tell her, hey, here go $150, bring 10 cartons of cigarettes. That right there is gonna pay for your visitation. I'm gonna make some money. You gotta handle some business though. You gotta handle some business though. We gonna make this thing work. I shoot you some money for your insurance, no car, whatever you need like that. Like $150.
So it's a business partnership.
It's like that, but it's love because both of us want to see each other's progress and growth, and don't want to be down. I don't want to see you down. I want to do whatever it takes to make you down, to make you change. I'm just gonna be reciprocated. I can't see that.
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
I'm a woman with 5 kids, so a dude telling me he a great father does nothing for me. How you treat mama, granny, your sister, and how you talk about your exes. That's what I'm watching. Facts.
That makes sense. That's real.
Facts.
That's real. You should watch everything. That's the whole total thing. I understand. I agree with that.
Yes. Shout out to Sierra. I see you, girl. Hey, boo.
So you said, okay, so a nigga treat his people good. Or a nigga treat his people bad. You don't know what type of relationship. Nobody got nobody. You know what I mean? When I say that, you may have this person may have, I've met somebody who got a different type of relationship with their parents because of the trauma that they did. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand that and respect that. I don't judge her because you know what I'm saying? I won't. You
I
feel me?
feel. I do.
That's what I mean by like
I do.
you're saying how he treats his mom, how he treat his sister, his sibling, or people around him, his exes. Maybe he got some fucked up exes.
Not everybody in that man's life is shitty. And he's
No, I ain't saying that. I ain't
shitty
saying
to
that.
everybody.
No, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying everybody. I'm saying in scenarios that you can't sit there and judge off that all the time. But I'm agreeing with you though.
Love you and so proud of you, sir. I was late. I haven't been feeling well.
Look at this.
Oh, good. You're here. That's all that matters. Love you too. Oh, come on, girl.
Come on,
Okay.
girl. We are taking shots, crying out.
You got to. Oh, you got to work. All right.
Thanks.
We can go ahead and wrap this on up. So yeah, so boom, great conversation. I'm glad to have you on, talk about your story, talk about the progression and the growth as a man. I didn't bash him at all. I'm celebrating him. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
I see you. I be watching. I think that you're a great father. Like it's refreshing to see that is really still out there. And then the fact that you was able to name several men that you can vouch for, that, you know, that's what's up. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to see. Even if he has horrible exes, I don't want to hear you calling them bitches and hoes. You moved on, so leave them where they at. It's a respect thing.
You did right. Who that is?
Sierra.
Okay, you did right, Sierra. You did right.
Facts.
You did right.
Definitely facts. So shout out to all the men out there that are doing what they supposed to do, being a man.
There's some good niggas out there, man. You just gotta, okay, good men, I'm sorry. Let me straight this. There's some good men out there. You heard me? Y'all just gotta be a little bit more, how you say,
What that mean?
tone it down a little bit. You understand it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be so hard on it. Damn, ease up, man. Shit.
I feel like I'm very easy, but that's okay. You know.
That's it.
Not easy like that, but like easy as far as like easy going. I'm very understanding and patient, and you know what I'm saying? Shout out to me.
Shout out to me. You know what I mean?
Thanks. So, boom, I just want to end this with saying, I love you, black men. You are needed. I know the world kind of makes y'all feel like y'all are not worth it, and that you have to fight and struggle, and that you're less than. And I definitely don't want to add to that narrative.
Yeah. Rough.
You know, so I definitely don't want to add to that narrative. You're needed. You are loved. You are appreciated. All of that stuff. So today on this show, this episode, I celebrate you guys. Any last words?
Shout out to my mom.
Huh?
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to
She
mama.
watched that.
Hey mama. Shout out to her.
I told her.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, and thanks again for coming through and talking to me and being vulnerable. And you did good. Look, we went way past the hour.
Damn.
You were just talking very comfortable and chill and cool. That's what's up. All right. Well, there's that. I will see you guys right back here next week. Same time for another conversation on As Told by Nate, the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's talk about it.
Slab talk.
Why does mouth that like you don't want to move over here?
Talk.
What that mean?
Niggas who know, they